Hello students, good morning. Hello everybody, welcome back to my class. This is Pradeep sir with another session of quadratic equations from class 10 mathematics. Students, in the previous sessions we have learned about quadratic equation, what is quadratic equation and which equations are not quadratic. We have also learned about the roots of the quadratic equation and related problems we have also solved. So many problems we have solved, simple types and a little bit standard types. But today I am going to show you some more standard types of quadratic equation and the process to solve it, to find the roots. Okay, so let us start with a single new question. So here is the first question. 4x square plus 4bx minus a square minus b square equals to 0. 4x square plus 4bx minus a square minus b square equals to 0. Okay, this is a question. We have to find the roots of this quadratic equation. So first of all, let me open the bracket. Okay, 4x square plus 4bx minus a square plus b square equals to 0. Or we can write 4x square plus 4bx. This plus b square I am writing in this side and a square will be written after. Now why I have written this b square here? Because you can see this is in the form of a whole square. What is the form? It is the form of a plus b whole square. So we have to write this in the form of a plus b whole square. So 4x can be written as 2x whole square and b square is written as b whole square minus a square equals to 0. Here in the middle, as we know, a plus b whole square means a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I have got a, I have got b. So in the middle it is 2ab. Now is it matching with this one? Yes, of course it is matching. That means this whole thing can be written in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we can say that it is a plus b whole square minus a square equals to 0. Okay, now see this. It is in the form of a square minus b square. So we can write a plus b and here a minus b equals to 0. What we have used? A square minus b square equals to a plus b multiplied with a minus b. This identity I have used here. So we are getting two factors, the first one and the second one, and the product of these two factors is equals to 0. That means either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. So either 2x plus b plus a equals to 0 or 2x plus b minus a equals to 0. So from here what we will get? We will get 2x equals to minus of a plus b, and here 2x equals to this minus a will become plus a and plus b will become minus b. So it will be a minus b. Or we can write here, we can write x equals to minus a plus b upon 2, and here we can write x equals to a minus b upon 2. So these are the two roots of the given quadratic equation. Minus of a plus b upon 2 and a minus b upon 2. Understood? Okay, quickly go through the process or solution. So hope you have understood. Now one more problem. Next is x square plus 5x minus a square plus a minus 6 equals to 0. See here, x square plus 5x minus a square plus a minus 6 inside the bracket equals to 0. We have to find the roots of this quadratic equation. Now whenever you get this type of quadratic equation where the constant term is not a single term, it is given in bracket, then there are two ways. Either open the bracket and try to find the roots by using the identity, and if it is not possible, like in this case, if it is not possible, that after opening the bracket whatever we are getting, if you want to form identity, if you want to factorize with the help of identity, it will not be possible here. So what to do? The first step is to factorize the constant. This constant is a square plus a minus 6. Let me factorize it here. So a square plus a minus 6 can be written as a square plus 3a minus 2a minus 6. Splitting the middle term. Okay. So a common a plus 3 and minus 2 common a plus 3. So here it is a plus 3, a minus 2. The factors of this constant are a plus 3 and a minus 2. So here in place of this factor we have to write x square plus 5x minus a plus 3 a minus 2 equals to 0. Okay. Now after this step we have to go for splitting the middle term. Here middle term is 5x. We have to resolve the extreme. Here the coefficient of x square is 1, as you know, and the constant term is this one. So these two will be multiplied and the product will be resolved into two factors such that their sum or difference is 5. Okay, so 5 will be broken into two parts. So how to do that? Just take the two factors obtained here, add them or subtract them. Either the first factor minus the second factor, or second factor minus the first factor, and check what we are getting. We have to make 5x by either by adding or subtracting these two factors. So if we are going for addition, a plus 3, a minus 2. So what we are getting? 2a plus 1. But here it is 5x. We have to make 5x out of these two factors. So addition will not do. Okay, let me go for subtraction. Let me subtract a minus 2 from a plus 3. That is the first minus second. So sign will be changed. Now this a will be cancelled. So 3 and this is plus to 5. We need to make 5 and it is there. So how it is obtained? By subtracting these two factors. First factor minus the second factor. First factor minus second factor. Sometimes we have to use the second minus first also. Sometimes we have to go for addition. So here what we have to do? We have to subtract a minus 2 from the first, that is first minus second. So here x square plus The first factor is a plus 3 and x is also there because here is x, so a is also there, x plus 3, x a plus 3 multiplied with x, minus sign of course, minus the second factor as we have done here. So here a minus 2 multiplied with x. So this middle term has been broken into two parts, whose sum will be 5 and whose product will be the product of the extremes, as we have done in the process called splitting the middle term. Minus this constant term here, means a plus 3 a minus 2. So with the help of the factors obtained by factorizing the constant, these two factors will help us to split the middle term. Okay, with the help of these two factors we have to split the middle term. So what I have done here. Now let me remove the second bracket. So x square plus a plus 3x minus a minus 2x minus a plus 3 a minus 2 equals to 0. Okay, now so from the first two factors, what we can, first two terms, what we can take common? X, only x. So x here, what will be left? One more x will be left from here, and here I have taken the x common here outside. So the bracket portion x plus a plus 3 will be left. Now from the second and from the third and the fourth term we have to take common. So what is common? You can see a minus 2 is common. So here it will be minus a minus 2 is the common factor. So what will be left here? A minus 2 is taken common, so x will be left, and minus sign I have already taken common outside, so this will become plus a minus 2 is taken common, so remaining part is a plus 3. Okay, so here you can see the second bracket part, they are identical, and it is the condition of the splitting the middle term process that these two term common thing will be same, identical. So from these two terms I can take the bracket part as common. That means it will be x plus a plus 3 inside the bracket. So here this one and this one has been taken common. From the first part x plus a plus 3 is taken common, so what will be left? X. From the second part, this is taken common, this has been taken common. So what will be left here? This one, minus a minus 2 in the bracket equals to 0. Just check it. This bracket part was taken common. So here x will come and here minus a minus 2 will come. Okay. So here also we are getting two factors, x plus a plus 3 and x minus a minus 2 in the bracket. So either the first factor equals to 0 because their product is 0. So either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. Therefore we can write x plus a plus 3 equals to 0 or x minus a minus 2 equals to 0. So what we can what we have here, what is the value of x? X equals to this a plus 3 will go to the right hand side with a minus sign. So I have written in the bracket x equals to minus of a plus 3 inside the bracket, and here this minus sign, the whole thing will go to the right hand side since it is negative, so it will become positive. So x equals to a minus 2. Therefore, these are the two roots. Minus of a plus 3 and a minus 2 are the roots of this given quadratic equation. Understood all of you? Okay. I'm doing one more question, one more example. (12ab squared minus 9a squared minus 8b squared multiplied with x minus 6ab equals to 0. 12ab squared minus inside the bracket 9a square minus 8b square multiplied with x minus 6ab. Here also we have to find the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay. So first of all, let us remove this bracket. (12ab x square minus 9a square x is also there. When minus and minus makes plus. 8b square multiplied with x, so 8b square x minus 6ab equals to 0. Now take the first two terms. What are the things which are common in the first and the second term? So 12 and 9 is there. 12 means 3 into 4 and 9 means 3 into 3. So we can see out of 12 and 9, 3 is the common factor. So I am taking 3. Now here it is a, here it is a square. Naturally a is common. Here it is b, b is not there, so nothing is common. And here it is x square, here it is x, so x will be common. Understood the technique? Now if I am taking 3ax common from here, from 12 I have taken 3 common, so the left part will be 4. Okay? Then a is already taken common. Left part will be b. Out of x square, x is taken common, so one more x here. So I have taken 3ax common. From here the remaining part is 4bx, and from here, from 9 I have taken 3 common. One more 3 will be left. From a square I have taken a common, so one more a will come. Sorry. Yes. And from x is taken common, so only this thing will be inside the bracket. Okay, from 9x a square x I have taken 3ax common, so left part will be 3 and a, 3a. Same way 8b square and 6. 8 means 2 into 4 and 6 means 2 into 3. So only 2 is common from these two terms, the third and the fourth term. So if I am taking 2 common from here, and what more we can take common? Here it is b square and here it is b, so b will be common. X is not there, so nothing will be common. Only 2b is common from these two factors. So the first part, from 8 I have taken 2 common, 4 will be left. From b square I have taken b common, one b will come, and x will also come because x is not here. I have not taken x common because x is not common at all. So from 8b square x I have taken 2b common, so left part will be 4bx minus from 6 I have taken 2 common, 3 will be there, a will be there, b is already taken common, so nothing will come more. Now check the two bracket parts, this one and this one, they are identical, they should be identical, otherwise our sum will be wrong. So here these two are identical, so let me take them common. 4bx minus 3a, and from here it will be 3ax and from the second part class 2b. So these are the factors of 10 after simplifying the given quadratic equation. Now the product of these two factors is 0. So either the first one is 0 or the second one is 0. So we can write 4bx minus 3a equals to 0, or 3ax plus 2b equals to 0. So 4bx equals to 3a, or 3ax equals to minus 2. That means x equals to 3a upon 4b, and here x equals to minus 2b upon 3a. So these are the roots, 3a upon 4b and minus 2b upon 3a. These are the two roots of this given quadratic equation. Students, hope you have understood the whole session today, and you have also understood the process and the technique used to solve the quadratic equation and find the roots. Okay, so just let us conclude the class today. Again, I shall come back in the next class where I will show you some more important sums. Okay, till then, goodbye and have a wonderful day.